college admissions scandal was and still is big news.
Big enough that Netflix has produced a documentary about it with the help of the man who brought you The Tiger King, among other titles. Oh, you may have sold me now on this one.
Yes, Chris Smith was executive producing on that one, but this time he's in the director's chair, and I talked with him about what went into the making of Operation Varsity Blues, the college admissions scandal.
You know, to me, it was interesting sort of just seeing the initial story break and realizing how much more was really there.
All of our friends are only talking about one thing, and it's this story.
An FBI investigation called Operation Varsity Blues.
USC, UCLA,
and Rick Singer,
the mastermind behind the entire operation.
Is there any risk that this thing blows up in my face?
Hey, Rick.
In looking at the story and trying to find a way in, we had an instinct that we might not be able to talk to Rick and that we might not be able to get any parents to go on camera. So because they were at the heart of the story, you know, when we realized that in this affidavit that was released, that all of these transcripts existed, to us, it was this incredible window into a world that I think most people never get to see.
We help the wealthiest families in the U.S. get their kids into school. So I've created this kind of side door in because my families want a guarantee.
One of the things that surprised me was just how big the independent educational consultant world is, you know. And to their credit, a lot of the people that we talk to in that world voice concerns to us about the disparity that creates, you know, that you definitely are given an advantage if you can afford to hire one of these people.
My view of the admissions process is some students getting in on pure merit, but many others getting in due to preferences that skew rich and white.
They had every advantage, and yet they still cheated.
We tried to incorporate these YouTube videos, which were almost like these slice of life moments from these kids where they're either, you know, talking about the pressure that they feel, you know, in high school and the pressures of trying to apply and get into different colleges. You know, everyone's judging you based on what school you go to. I think one of the things that we were interested and excited to learn was just how some of the people in this field would echo to us over and over again that you can get a great education at a number of different schools in this country, and that, you know, everyone's focused on these few institutions. And so, you know, if we can sort of change people's perception of what it means to get an education and sort of that you have great opportunities at a number of different places, then maybe that would sort of change, you know, take some of the pressure off that these students are feeling.
It's the home run of home runs.
And it works?
Every time.
It works every time. Operation Varsity Blues is available on Netflix now, and it looks to me like it's going to be the next big thing everyone's going to be talking about, especially after you see it, because they had so much actual evidence, phone conversations of this guy, Rick Singer, that they incorporated into this documentary. It's amazing. It ended up encompassing like 50 people indicted.
I know, it's crazy. And the interesting thing is this documentary is coming out so quickly after the actual events, because usually it takes a little while for these to trickle in. But
and it's
we're
still
all well aware of what's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
All right, Rich, thanks for giving me something else to add to the list.
There you go. There you go.